Hello everybody, got some beautiful fish here again today that we are gonna cook up live for you. This is a beautiful fillet of wild caught domestic red grouper. So this is caught here in the United States. Very, very beautiful fish. You can see just the quality of the fillet there, that beautiful kind of just pinkish color. Absolutely gorgeous. So today we're gonna make one of my favorite recipes. This is one of my favorite things to do with really any kind of fish. It's very, very easy to do, and it comes together very quickly. So this is great for kind of any time, and it's just absolutely delicious. We're gonna be making a very simple fish sandwich. Now, fish sandwiches, something people love, but it's the kind of thing that people don't make enough of at home. And it's so easy, it goes very quick. And again, this recipe here, this is more of a technique than it is a recipe. And this works with any kind of fish. I do this with catfish, I've done this with tilapia. Really anything works. But today we've got this beautiful red grouper. This is on feature this week for $24.99 a pound. Absolutely gorgeous fish, just came in today. It's looking absolutely stunning. So this is what I'm gonna use. And what I've got here is just some regular flour. Nothing special. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to season the flour. Now you don't have to, you could just add a little bit of salt to that and that would be fine. But I'm going to add a little bit of this Rub with Love, this barbecue rub here that we carry in the store. This stuff is great. You could also use some of this Seafood Magic, this stuff. This is great too, really beautiful. Or you could use a Cajun seasoning if you like. Any of this stuff works really great. Super simple to use. And all I'm going to do is use it to season my flour. So I'm going to take a bit of this and I'm just going to add it to my flour. Just a bit. Now if you wanted to, you could skip the flour entirely and just use the seasoning. That would be fine. Or again, if you wanted to go a little bit more plain, you could just use the flour and a little bit of salt and you would be fine. Kind of however you want to do it. We're not looking to fry the fish here. We're just going to get a nice kind of sear and saute. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil to my pan. I'm going to take my fish and I'm just going to sort of lightly dredge it in the flour. And then again, this is just to get a little bit of browning and a little bit of crust on the outside. Again, nothing too crazy. We're not deep frying this. Again, just doing kind of a simple little saute. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it kind of down and away from me. And I'm just going to let that do its thing. I'm not going to touch the fish or really move it around. I'm just going to let it start to saute and develop that browning, which is really what we're looking for here. And again, this is pretty simple. Goes pretty quick depending on the thickness of your fillet. If you are using something a lot thicker, like a nice big chunk of cod loin, you might want to start it like this, get a nice sear on both sides, and finish it off in the oven. But for most things, I like to use, not something super thick for this particular technique. Again, catfish fillets work really nice, tilapia fillets. This grouper is about perfect. And a grouper sandwich, super classic. You see this all over the South. Just absolutely beautiful and really, 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 really delicious. I'm just going to move it just a little bit to make sure that fish is releasing from the pan. Now, one of the biggest things that people do is when they put their fish down in the pan, they want to try to monkey with it right away because they're afraid it's going to stick. And when you do that, it is going to stick. A lot of times when you drop it in the pan right away, it is going to initially stick until that crust forms. Once that crust forms, it will release itself from the pan. So just don't mess around with it. Let it do its thing, and you'll be good. You don't have to worry about it too much. Again, this is cooking up nice and quickly here. I can see right up the side of the fish, which I'll show you here in a minute, so you can get a good idea of what exactly it is we're looking for. So I've already got kind of a nice crust developing. So before I flip this, I'm just going to walk this over here. Now, I don't advise obviously doing this at home, but you can see kind of halfway up that fish that it's already cooked, which is exactly what we're looking for. So just watch the sides of your fish. That's what's going to tell you kind of when is the time to flip. So we're doing pretty good here. I'm going to give it just another you know, maybe 30 seconds, let that crust develop just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna flip it and finish it off on the other side. Again, this is kind of the perfect size fillet for this. It's gonna make a really just beautiful sandwich. And we're gonna dress it really simple. When it comes to topping a sandwich like this, you could do a lot of different things, obviously. You could make a nice slaw for it. But today I'm just gonna go simple and just use a little bit of our Coastal Seafoods tartar sauce and a few decent pickles. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. And let me show you again kind of what we're looking at here. We've got this nice, just beautiful golden brown crusted fish. That's exactly what we're looking for there. Be really nice. Very easy, and that cooked very quickly, obviously. Again, just a couple of minutes, you know, approximately for a fillet this size, maybe about 2 minutes per side. Nothing crazy. It goes very fast. And this is gonna produce a very just great sandwich. Hit it with just a little bit of salt here. Again, do a little tap test. We're coming along nicely. And again, you can see, well, that finishes off cooking. I'll show you my flour so you can kind of see. It's just got a little bit of that seasoning in there. And again, that's just to help bump the fish up a little bit. You could use a full-on blackening seasoning and, again, skip the flour entirely and do basically the same thing. At the beginning of January, we did a video, which you can go back and watch now on YouTube. All of these have been posted to YouTube. So if you ever want to go back and watch retroactively, you can absolutely do that. But we did a blackened grouper. We used a snowy grouper for that, which was great. So very simple. And you can certainly do that same kind of technique and throw that on a sandwich. It would be awesome. No reason not to. So I think we are just about done here. And just check that up bottom side. Oh, yep, we got a beautiful crust there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of remove this from my pan. Now, a little bit earlier, I went and I toasted a bun. So just lightly toasted with some butter, which what I'm gonna do now, again, I'm gonna kind of remove this from the pan onto my spatula. And I'm gonna take this bun, I'm just gonna warm it back up just a bit so that it's nice and warm. Again, I already kind of pre-toasted it, but I just wanna heat it through a little bit more so I have a nice warm bun for my sandwich. Again, this will just take just a minute, not even. Again, just toasting it. This is already good. And yep, we're good here too. So now I'm gonna get rid of my pan here. Just set this off to the side. And I've got my bun, fish right onto the bun. Very simple. And I'm gonna take my Coastal Seafoods tartar sauce. This is our house-made stuff that we sell in store. I don't know if you've tried this yet, but this is my go-to sauce, and not just for bias reasons. This is just a really nice, great tartar sauce. Works perfect for this kind of thing. And we do make it in-house. So I'm gonna go ahead and just top my bun with that. And you can do as little or as much as you want. I like a lot of tartar sauce on my fish sandwiches, just because that's how I do. But again, you can do it however you want. And I've got some of these beautiful McClure's pickle slices. These are great. I love these. We sell these in store as well. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna just top the fish with a few of those. And again, you could do this with a slaw as well. You could make like a nice coleslaw. You could use a vinaigrette. You could do just a lot of different things. But what we have here is a super beautiful, super simple fish sandwich. You know, and if you wanted to fast food that up a little bit, you could obviously throw a slice of American cheese on there. No one's gonna judge you. I won't judge you. I love doing that. But you see just this beautiful fish sandwich, and that cooked up in minutes. That really took no time at all. And this is gonna be so much better than you get at a lot of other places, just because it's fresh made at home using this really beautiful grouper. Super simple, cannot recommend enough. Definitely give this a try. And again, we've got this grouper on feature this week for $24.99 a pound. So it's a great time to come in and try it. Yeah, really, really easy. And again, the same technique works really well with catfish, tilapia. We've got some beautiful haddock fillet right now that would be great with this. Honestly, you could even do this with a salmon. It would be awesome. It's just a very versatile technique. It's very easy to do. Just the light flour dredge, little bit of oil, a few minutes. And you can dress it up with whatever seasonings you want. Again, this Paul Prudhomme Magic Seafood Seasoning is always great. We've got our Coastal Creole. This is done by Wayzata Bay Spice Company, super good. We carry this in store, really awesome. Or we've got a whole line of these Rub with Love spice rubs that work really well as well. You could certainly do that. We used the mushroom one not long ago on some golden tile fish, and that was very popular. A lot of people came into the store, picked up the tile and the mushroom mix to make it at home. We got a lot of great feedback. You could certainly do that with this too. Again, we've got so many different things that you could use to kind of dress this up. So just the flour as a base and some salt and some fish, and you've got a really good foundation. And from there, you could take it a lot of other places, and we highly encourage you to do so. So again, this is a great fish, domestically caught, so caught here in the United States, red grouper. Absolutely beautiful fish. Yeah, so we've also had lots of other stuff going on. Our classes been going very well. We still have a few spots open for March, so if you're looking to take those classes, we've got a few sushi spots available. Those are always popular and sell out fast. So if you're looking to sign up for one of our sushi classes, now is definitely the time to do so because, again, they are going very, very quickly. We've got all kinds of stuff. Next week is going to be huge. For those of you who don't know, every year we participate in the Polar Plunge to help raise money for the Special Olympics. That is coming up not this Saturday, but next Saturday, so we'll be doing that. And next week we're going to do a whole bunch of things to kind of help raise some money for that. So we're actually bringing in a special oyster called the Polar Plunge, and a portion of those proceeds from those oysters will go to our team to help raise funds for that. We're going to be bringing in a special oyster knife. We're working in conjunction with our good friends at Toadfish, who is an amazing company, do amazing knives and products and things. And a portion of the proceeds from those sales traditionally go to help restore native oyster beds, which is cool, huge, very big in the sustainable seafood world, something we support very thoroughly. But they're going to be making a special knife for us to help raise money for the Special Olympics through the Polar Plunge. So we're going to have a lot of these things available. We're doing a lot of cool stuff next week, so definitely watch, pay attention. We'll be posting some stuff probably starting towards the end of this week about that, and then into next week we're going to go heavy Polar Plunge. So definitely watch. It's going to be super fun. We do have a video up on our YouTube page from a few years ago when we did the Polar Plunge, which was super fun. You can see a bunch of seafood weirdos being weird down at Lake Calhoun, which is super fun. Day Makaska, super cool. Great. We're going to have a lot of fun down there. Very much looking forward to that. So again, pay attention. We'll be doing that. Again, we got lots of cool stuff coming up, lots of things I'm excited to talk about. We're not quite ready yet. So definitely pay attention to the social feed. We've got more recipes coming your way. And if there's anytime you have questions, things like that, definitely hit us up, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, or just call the store. We're always happy to help. So yeah, that's what we got for you today. Again, beautiful red grouper sandwich. Very easy to make, cannot recommend enough. And then, yeah, next week, Polar Plunge, huge, and classes, definitely check out those. So thank you very much. We will see you all next week. And if you make this, definitely take photos, tag us. We want to see your sandwiches. Show us what you got. Thanks much, and we will see you all next week, friends.